Hey guys, M13 here. Topic of this video is getting old, and I'm getting there. Actually, well, yeah, depending on how old you are, I might already be there. I'm not gonna say my age because 10 years ago, one time I said my age, and I had people saying, "What? You're that old? I'm unsubscribing," and they did, which is silly. People think I'm younger than I am because I'm so hot and have such a nice sexy voice, but I'm actually still pretty old. Yeah, a couple of things about aging. One thing is I used to live way in that direction, and I used to work way in that direction, and this is like a main road. This is the #1 road, so it does get more main than that. And I would do this road every day back and forth. And I enjoyed it. I looked forward to it. I would do it in rush hour traffic, and I loved it because I was always the fastest thing on this road. I would just go, and I was always doing, like, the speed limit on this road is 50, and I would do, like, depending on what I was riding, I'd be doing between 80 and 150 on this road every day. I'm going slow now because I'm talking to you, and there's wind. If I go faster, it's gonna get too windy. But yeah, it was, you know, nowadays I will if I'm going somewhere in the city, I will ride in like a circle around the city like outside of it, and then just cut in when I get to the point that's closest to where I want to be, to avoid riding in the city as much as possible. Even if it adds 5-10 minutes onto my trip, I'll do it just to avoid traffic. Which isn't to say that I don't enjoy riding in traffic at all. I still do sometimes. But now it's like, I don't know, once every 2 weeks. Well, weeks aren't very accurate because you don't know how much I ride in a week. Let's say if I'm gonna ride my like out of every 10 times I ride my motorcycle, maybe one of those 10 times I'll choose to take it into the city so I can do what I'm doing now, and that's like working my way through traffic and just kind of playing around with other vehicles like this, like a video game. And I used to do this every single day, and that's exactly what I thought it was like. It's like a video game. It's like you're just swerving around, missing people by inches, and it was fun, and I used to do it daily. But now, yeah, it's rare. Now I prefer I'll still ride fast, but I prefer like winding roads and whatnot. Yeah, and the other thing I've noticed about getting older is I don't like long video games anymore. Nowadays, if I'm buying a video game and one of the features is, oh yeah, 100 hours of gameplay, you know, 120 hours of gameplay, I'm like F that. I'm not buying a game that I have to play for 100 hours. You know, if I Google a game and I see in the review that one of the negatives is that it's too short, that's a positive for me. I'm like, oh, good, it's too short. I can buy the game, beat the entire story without getting bored of it, and then move on to something else. That's great. Because I find even with games that I love, like, you know, I'll tell you 2 games I love. Horizon Dawn on PS4. It's a PS4 exclusive. Oh, and Days Gone, another PS4 exclusive. Those are both absolutely amazing RPGs, open world RPGs. And with Horizon, what's it called? Horizon Zero? What's that PS4 game where you're like fighting Zero?
It's like Robot Dinosaurs.
Yeah, Robot Dinosaurs. Okay. I thought it had Horizon in the name. Like.
It does. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, okay. Horizon Zero Dawn. Like with that game, I loved that game. I was so blown away by it. I was telling everybody about it. When I'd go to school to teach English, I'd be telling the kids about it and stuff. Like, I just absolutely loved it. And I've never finished it because it's another one of those like 100-hour type games. And by the time I get to like the 60-hour mark, the 70-hour mark, no matter how good it is, I'm still going to be bored of it. Kind of like my girlfriend. She's perfect, but I you know, it's like, okay, I kind of want a blonde now. Just kidding, Janet. Yeah, she watches my videos. So, but like even when you have something that's great and everything, after a certain amount of time, you're gonna be like, okay, I want something different. So yeah, with video games now, when I was young, I would play every RPG from beginning to end, and I would do every little side quest and everything. Like what's going on here? Like Final Fantasy VII, for example, I beat that when I was younger, and then I'm reading about the remake, and they made the remake bigger, and they added in a lot more content, and I'm like, okay, well that's a negative, I don't want to buy it. I'd prefer if they just kept it like the same length, but maybe, I don't know, improved on it, like only, like, or, I don't know. Or maybe this optional side quest that you could do that made it longer, but not like add to the main story. People are riding quick, see? I'm actually getting passed by quite a few scooters, but again, I'm not wearing my glasses, so I'm blind, and I'm focusing on talking to you, and if I go too fast, then you get a lot of wind noise. So I have multiple excuses for going slow right now. But when I was younger, I would do this road for a half an hour, and then I would do it for a half an hour back every single day. And every single day, not one person would pass me. Like, very, very rare. Like, I'd say in a month of doing this every day, maybe there'd be one individual time where someone would actually pass me. Oh no! My baby, my baby, my baby. Yeah, we're gonna get going. I've been out with this guy for like the last 3-4 hours. That's enough. That's enough. He's enough. He's a nice guy and everything, good looking, but I've been with him for too long. I need something new. My girlfriend is seriously shitting herself at this point in the video. So yeah, I find that. So when I was young, I loved turn-based. I loved turn-based strategy, games like Civilization, RPGs like The Witcher, that kind of stuff. Now that I'm older, I want games that are like just quick. And I've recently started playing Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Another thing, when I was younger, I loved like the original Battlefield, and I hated the original modern Call of Duty where it was multiplayer, because Modern Warfare was always like very fast-paced. Like you just run around and die like every 5 seconds. You either kill someone or get killed every 5 seconds, and you respawn, you go again. It's just constant go. And I hated that. I love the Battlefield games with the huge sprawling maps, and you could camp and you could snipe, and it was more realistic and there was more strategy. But here I am, 10, 20 years later, and I prefer Modern Warfare over Battlefield now, for the exact same reasons that I just mentioned. So yeah, I find it interesting how much your tastes change. I was talking to a friend of mine today. He's only 25, but he said when he was younger, like when he was 17, 18, he says he absolutely hated first-person shooters. He liked other types of games like RPGs and whatnot. And like that game, Something Hearts, what is it called? Like the turn-based strategy, and it's got the Disney people in it. Something Hearts for fight. You guys know the game. Yeah, it's like a Japanese JRPG, and it's got some Disney characters in it. And anyways, he's like, that was his thing like 8 years ago, but now that he's a little bit older, now he plays first-person shooters pretty much every day. So it's just interesting how our tastes can change so much. It's interesting, it's also scary, because I've said before, it's like every 3 years your body is entirely new, because your cells die and then they grow new ones, and then the old ones die and they grow, and then your cells make new ones. So they say that every 3 years there's nothing left of what used to be you. Like every yeah, you guys understand. If me from 5 years ago, there's not a cell in my body that's the same as me right now, supposedly. So yeah, but with that in mind, it's almost scary how much your tastes can change. And what is this old lady doing? She's just in the middle of the fucking road. How fucking dumb is she? She's in the middle of the fucking... Crazy. So, yeah, it's just amazing how much your taste can change in sometimes 5 years, sometimes 10, sometimes 20. But it makes you wonder, like, how much you still have in common with the you of the past. Like, a little, a lot, nothing. I've said that before about my son. When I look at videos of my son back when he was this little cute 5-year-old kid or 3-year-old, 4-year-old kid, like that kid in those videos is dead. He no longer exists. There is no trace of him. Like the kid in those videos, the things he liked to do, the things he liked to eat, the person that he was, his sense of humor, everything in those videos and everything about that child in those videos is gone. It no longer exists. It's dead. And there's a different child with the same name as that kid, but it's not the same kid. It's a different kid with different tastes, different likes, different preferences in food, different sense of humor, different temperament, different intelligence level. It's a different child. You know? I don't know. So yeah. What else? Yeah, it's just interesting. And then you meet, and not everybody ages in the same way. I'm sure there's lots of people who played nothing but first-person shooters when they were young, and then as they get older, they shifted to the more slower-paced, turn-based, and role-playing games. See, that like logically to me, that would make more sense. Like when I'm young, I got quicker reflexes, so I'd be playing first-person shooters, and then when I get older, I would play games that are more where there's no, you don't need twitch reflexes, more thoughtful, slower paced games. But with me, the opposite is true. I don't know how it is for other people because I'm not them. I don't know why I needed to explain that to you. Are you stupid? Kidding. So yeah, let me know how your tastes have changed over the years. What do you think? Are you getting older or are you getting younger? Or have you always been the same age? Let me know in the comments below. M13, signing out. Totally gonna run this slide. Oops, and there's the police. And will I get pulled over? No, I didn't. Oh, I totally. Yeah. Okay. That was a good end to a good video. What I like to do is come to these bicycle rental places and then just smell the seats. Oh yeah, that was definitely a girl that rode this one last. Let's try this one here. Oh, that was a fat guy. Fucking fat guys!